Okay, check this out. We're entering hostile territory. This is in Southern California. This is a trolley station, and see, it's pretty early in the morning, so the parking lot is still pretty wide open. But this is pretty much safe. That's all safe ground over there, and this is we'll see, we're going right into the sun, right towards the hostile territory. Okay, here we go. There will be no smoking, and there will be no smoking allowed within 25 feet of transit stations, bus stops, or other transit facilities, and that's an MTS Ordinance 13.10, and you better get to know it if you work for the trolley or for San Diego, or if you speak Spanish and know what this sign says. We do have a pretty tight transit system. This is the map, and those different colors represent different lines that you can get on, and you won't be smoking on any of those lines, let me guarantee. You'll be well outside. You'll be well outside the tracks or incoming trolleys, or purchasing a ticket. You'll be well outside of those areas. You'll be over there, okay, with the other smokers. Do we have any? I don't see any. I'm not really trying to capture anybody that doesn't want to be on camera, because like I said, I'm in hostile territory, and you know, a guy with a video camera and a pack of cigarettes, I could be in big trouble. Okay, I digitally signed in. For my ticket here. As you can see, it's been documented that I'm an adult fare. So I don't know if this ticket exactly says I'm old enough to smoke, but I paid $5 to get it, so maybe. Anyways, if you've never seen an incoming trolley, if you've never been to Southern California, or if you've never witnessed this, this is an incoming trolley. Try to keep people out of the shot, and right here, stand up. Oh, boom! We got two-way trolley action. We're gonna get two for the price of one. See that one right there? See this one coming in right here? This is the one we're getting on, though. This is an incoming trolley. The San Diego incoming trolley. Look at that. Look at that. It's pretty sweet, right? Well, I better hurry. No one's gonna be smoking on this trolley, trust me. Quick, and just ask you guys a couple questions, if that's alright. And I could ask you a couple questions about cigarettes and smoking. And you are obviously a smoker versus a non-smoker?
Yes.
And how long have you been smoking?
About 25, 30 years.
Alright. And where did you live when you started smoking?
I lived in tobacco country in Virginia.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Out there in that part of the can you light this for me? Out there in that part of the U.S., a lot of smoking, a lot of people smoking, tobacco country, right?
Cheaper too.
Thank you, sir.
You get them out of bootlegged out of Mexico.
Oh right, yeah, I always save money that way. These are menthol. If you don't mind them being menthol, you can take a few out of that pack there.
I appreciate it.
How about you, buddy? Are you a smoker or a non-smoker?
I smoke.
Yeah? You can have some too if you want.
No, I don't like it.
How long you been smoking?
25 years.
Yeah, about that. Where were you when you started smoking?
Right here in San Diego.
San Diego? It's a pretty good spot.
So why is there's so much? I mean, to me, it's a civil right to smoke.
Right, so how do you feel about when you go anywhere near a trolley station or a building or police and they start telling you that you can't smoke around them or near that area, or you have to go, or you might just be starting to light up and they'll be like, go stand back 25 feet. How do you feel about that?
I feel violated.
Your civil rights feel kind of violated?
Yeah, yes sir.
How do you feel about cigarette advertising and advertisings and magazines and all that stuff?
Well,
what about Joe Camel? Is that bad for kids?
No, it's not. That's all in their advertisements. But I mean, they do a lot of good. Also, the tobacco industry. If the tobacco industry would go bankrupt, then there would be no more smoking in the United States.
A lot of people smoking. A lot of people spend a whole lot of money on cigarettes, and so the tobacco industry. But they're pretty good about spreading the love sometimes, and you know, building schools or doing maybe something like that.
Yeah, they do a lot of good. Yeah.
I mean, you grew up in the tobacco country where they might have built some buildings in that area or something, right? Or helped the farmers maybe?
What
or
was that old boy, the vice president's name under Clinton? Al Gore? Mm-hmm. He was in the tobacco industry, and then his wife got cancer, and so he quit tobacco, quit growing it.
And he jumped off board, and then he probably tried to support it all, though we got to crack down on the tobacco industry.
Can't nobody else smoke because I can't.
Oh, if his wife has cancer and he has to stop smoking, then we got to crack down.
Yeah, I was like, now my mama, she smoked 4 packs of Raleigh 100s every day from the time I was old enough to walk. And she died when she was 78 from emphysema. But Jesus Christ, if you live to be 78, I mean, I love my mama. When you live to be 78,
that's a pretty good healthy age. I mean, 78 is a long time. That's a lot. I mean, do you think people nowadays have the same life expectancy as she did?
I think that when you smoke cigarettes, yes, they harm you and they do slow you down.
What about George Burns?
Yeah, he's 100 smoking.
He smoked those big giant cigars, lived to be 100 something, right?
But if you walk and exercise, the tobacco leaves your body. They don't put as many chemicals in it as they used to because they were trying to scheme. I don't think that they
and
really
there's different brands too. So if you were to go inside the 7-Eleven and you had some money to spend on getting a pack of cigarettes, what brand would you get? What would you purchase?
Bugler.
What was that?
Bugler.
And what? You'd roll your own?
Yes, I've been rolling on.
Yeah, I noticed when
I'm out this morning.
Well, I noticed when I walked up though. Yeah, you had a rollie, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you just call them a bugler. You say, just give me a bugler bag, and then you go.
Yeah. And they're higher than the name.
But then you got to go get the papers separate too, though, right?
No, the papers come with the pack of the bugler.
Oh, in the pack you get the tobacco and some papers, and you do your own thing.
Yes. They're more expensive than Newports right now.
All right.
It's outrageous. And when I started, it was. Okay, now that was Obama's fault, jacking the price.
What about Obama? He's a smoker, right? I've heard he's smoking in the White House, and they're worried that he's stinking up the White House walls with his cigarette tobacco.
Probably is, but he put that sin tax down, and the price of cigarettes doubled overnight. That was about maybe, what, 4 years ago? Something like that, because I remember I went to buy a pack of Bugler, I was paying $1.25 for them, and they went to $3.60 the next day after he passed that law.
Yeah, so you wouldn't go into 7-Eleven, you'd go to the tobacco shop right next door, the smoke shop, and get yours there, right?
Yeah, I'd go to the cheaper place.
Yeah.
But
and Indians a lot of time have cheaper tobacco.
Yes, they do.
I've noticed.
And it was ridiculous because I said to myself, $1.25 to $3.68, damn drug dealer don't put that much, on the price of anything, I mean, not a drug addict or nothing, but I'm just saying the drug dealer can't even, do what Obama did. That was, I didn't like that.
All right, let me, I'm running real low on battery juice here, so can I ask you just one last final question, and then I'm going to take off, and we can share some cigarettes or whatever later?
Thanks.
But, what about smoking on airplanes? We used to be able to do that. People used to be able to do that, but now they cannot. I mean, I was only a little kid when people were smoking on airplanes, but I start stressing out for a cigarette riding on a long flight, and then the airports are all like communist with those.
Greyhound's worse too. They have ventilation. They had ashtrays in the last 3 seats in the back. If you smoke, you go to the back. Now you pay $300 and some for a Greyhound ticket to go to the bathroom, fire up a cigarette on a 100-mile ride, and they throw you off the bus on the side of the interstate. Yeah,
and what about restaurants here in San Diego? We can't smoke there.
The only place I know of is in Alabama at the Waffle Houses. You can still smoke. In Georgia, you can still smoke. And as far as I know, the only jail in the United States that sells cigarettes is Spartanburg, South Carolina, and that's because the federal jail and the local jail is together.
Okay, that's interesting fact. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they only sell 2 kinds, $7 a pack.
Dang.
USA.
And you better have somebody, a pretty solid connection, sending you commissary for those prices.
I heard that. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. Sometimes hosting a nightly news show can get to you. Causes a lot of stress and anxiety. It can. Maybe some people don't always deal with it the right way. I know Alex Jones, a radio host on Infowars.com, he seems to have a lot of self-control